Good evening and welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. Despite the heightened tensions between India and China along the line of actual control, China continues with its farcical charade. But India has exposed China's sham once again. While China claimed that India fired warning shots along the LAC, the Indian Army has denied these reports, calling out China's lies. Now, the Indian Army has said that the PLA troops were attempting to close in on the forward positions. The Army has also said that the PLA fired shots into the air to intimidate their own soldiers. In a statement, the Indian Army asserted that at no stage had Indian soldiers crossed the line of actual control or resorted to any aggressive means, including firing. While India continues to be committed to disengagement and de-escalating the situation on the LAC, China continues to undertake provocative activities to escalate tensions. The Chinese Foreign Ministry continues to peddle lies as it claims that the Indian Army fired warning shots in the presence of the People's Liberation Army and that they crossed the LAC.
Regarding this matter you talked about, the PLA Western Theater spokesperson has issued remarks. On September the 7th, the Indian troops illegally crossed the line and entered the south bank of Pangong River at the western sector of the China-India boundary. The Indian troops blatantly fired warning shots to the Chinese border patrolling troops who were there for consultation, and the Chinese border troops were compelled to take measures to stabilize and manage the situation. The Indian behavior severely violated our agreements, deliberately created tensions, which could easily lead to misunderstanding and miscalculation. It is serious military provocation of a very bad nature. We have, through diplomatic and military channels, made stern representations with the Indian side, asked them to immediately stop its dangerous moves, withdraw the people who crossed the line as soon as possible, strictly discipline the frontline troops, and discipline those who fired the warning shots, make sure that won't happen.
This development comes days after the Indian and Chinese defense ministers met in Moscow. The diplomatic and military level talks between the two sides have failed to yield any results. Recently, India outflanked China by taking control of strategic heights near Pangong Lake, southern bank. Now, it also thwarted an attempt by the Chinese army to enter into Indian areas near the southern bank of Pangong So in Ladakh. Meanwhile, Russia has reacted to the escalating border dispute, saying that it hopes that India and China will find a solution on the border issues. Earlier, we spoke to Harshvi Pant, who is the head of the Observer Research Foundation Strategic Studies Program. Listen in to what he had to say.
It underscores the underlying volatility along the LAC, both because the Chinese are now intent on provoking a crisis, and also the fact that India is intent on responding to the Chinese challenge in a very proactive manner, which makes the LAC very, very volatile, and I think which also makes this a battle of narratives. So China is trying to shape the narrative by laying the blame on India. Repeatedly, China has made it very clear that it takes no responsibility for its behavior along the LAC, and India will have to accordingly respond to this challenge, which I think India has been doing relatively creditably over the last few days. And what we have also seen is that the Indian army is now well positioned to defend and also to take the battle to the enemy, if you will. And I think that is going to change the calculus on both sides and has already changed the calculus on both sides. So as we move along, we will see this volatility not coming down, because both sides are not going to budge from their respective positions, and we have to be prepared for some kind of an escalation, localized escalation perhaps along the border.